Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Welcome, everyone. It is 6:02. It's welcome to the North Santiam Sewer Authority work session. We're going to try to change the name to administrative work session. It's the date is 6/27/2022, and it's, like I said, 6:02 p.m. Welcome. Wow, we short a few people. 1, 2, 3, 4. Denny's
Not here tonight.
Denny's not here. Thank you. He's been excused. Tony, not here. Let me text Tony.
Has he been excused?
I didn't excuse Denny, but Denny excused himself. He's got something he's going to get taken care of.
We're missing Ron.
Ron, you know the word. Tony.
How you doing, Sarah?
Doing well. Very hot. We don't have air conditioning.
Oh.
So do we have another representative from Edina yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So that's it, dude.
Maybe Tony's working on the RFP. Ron's on the RFP.
McCrae was potentially going to jump on. I think you all know McCrae is stepping into Renata's role because Renata's going to Woodburn starting on Friday. So,
all right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations, McCrae.
Yes, so McCrae will be the new community development director. So she was thinking about jumping on today, but I'm not sure if she will.
Well, roll call. That's real easy.
Yeah, I've already got it.
Okay. Announcements. There isn't any. Administrative discussion points. Marion County NSSA IGA update. The 13th, Mr. Kirsch.
The 13th is the date, huh?
July 13th.
So we can take the 6th off of the calendar.
That's right. Take it off, and which I'm doing right now. 13th will be introduced. I'll say a few words, but they want you as a public official to say. I'm going to let you introduce Sarah. You be there, Sarah. How about that? Well, it's I never follow procedure. I hate that. Okay, we'll follow procedure. July 13th. I know I sent out an email saying we're going to dedicate this work session to Sarah and the
training, Google Docs training, or what?
Yeah, Google Drive. So I'm sure people are not going to show up. So I don't have anything on the RFP. No one's letting out any information. I don't know who's involved, and that's a good thing because they're not coughing up any information. So we'll check that off. NSSA COG staff position. Do you have any news, Sarah?
No, I mean, I think it's really contingent on that board meeting on the 13th. So, and just the IGA being signed in general. So no updates there. Renata asked me to just say, if you have any questions or comments about the position description, just send them her way.
Okay.
Other than that, just kind of waiting on the county.
Questions for COG services, Zoom. We talked about in our last work session about the Zoom. Tomorrow, Sarah and I are supposed to meet at COG, and we're supposed to transfer or set up Zoom and transfer the website onto my credit card with the next payment's October or November.
November.
So that won't cost anything. Yet Zoom will cost $199.90.
In November. Is that what
No,
you're saying?
no, the website.
Okay,
The website,
website in November, Zoom immediately.
yeah, immediately. So I have the warden, no, excuse me, the wife. She wants me to get paid right away. Nearly.
So as soon as you have a credit card bill, you just, and show that you've paid your credit card bill, you submit that. And
What
we
about a
cut you check.
confirmation? What about his confirmation? Can we use that, Brian, and still be legal?
No, it has to be, he has actually have to pay his credit card bill.
Okay,
That means the transaction is complete. The circle is, because you could have a transaction, right? And then you could just cancel it. So
Okay.
they want it a little bit more formalized.
You don't know how much trouble I'm in just putting that on the credit card.
I know I do. I was a school administrator for 20 years.
I just, I know.
I
how
went
much
through
trouble
that same thing.
Okay, we'll get that handled. So, no picking up check in Mill City Hall. We'll handle it.
So Janet, do you think we could get a PayPal account and connect it with our bank account and be able to pay those kind of bills in that manner? I think that's probably the best way to do it.
yeah, PayPal or Venmo. I know a lot of people
Yeah.
use Venmo for business.
US Bank has what they call Zelle.
Okay,
And, but once we have the money in our own personal US bank account, we can just pay it, and the bank will send a check. Or
Yeah,
however they do that.
but I think you're gonna have to go through a third party, because I think Zoom wants a credit card number
Oh,
or a
that's-
PayPal
yeah.
account.
I mean, I have PayPal. I'll get it handled. We'll handle it tomorrow. We'll get it done. I'll take.
Oh, well, yeah, I appreciate that, Ken, but it's not gonna be the last time that we're gonna.
Oh, this is not the last time with me.
Because we get this, so for example, we're gonna have to do the in lieu of audit payment, right? And so we're just gonna have to figure out how to pay these third-party individuals without having a credit card. We're just gonna figure it out.
I'll
I
let
think
you.
PayPal, like Tim said, connected to our US bank account should
Right.
be the avenue for that.
Okay. I know I spent a lot of money on plaques and stuff like that, and they all burn up in the fire and yeah. We'll get it done. Now we're on recording, so,
yes.
guess what, Sarah? We're all done. It's all yours.
Yeah, do you want me to do the kind of Google Drive training now or wait until more people are here? It is recording, so they could watch it, but I feel like more people will be exposed to information if they see it in person. But I'm happy to do it now. if That's helpful.
I'll just, I went on to templates, all that different terminology and all the different things that are all set up that you just got done doing, even for the work session. Are we supposed to copy that and take it someplace else? Or,
Yeah, so if you open that document, there's a little comment on the side. I don't know if you saw that.
let's Sarah, show you something here.
Okay. So I mean, maybe do you want me to, I won't do the whole Google Drive spiel, but I could show those little things for now. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, just show those little things right now, because it was impressive that even click here and you have access to her notes from the work sessions.
Yeah, hold on. Let me sign into my account.
So I would say two things as an old fart.
Depends on how old you are. You
It-
don't
it-
rule the nest.
It's kind of, I think it's incumbent to be side by side with our computers and be able to ask questions and chart pathways. So it might be more what we would used to call the train the trainer model, where we would be responsible for a small slice and we would train the rest of the group in the small slice. And another person would be responsible for a small slice and they would train the rest of the people in that small slice. That way there was always somebody who knew a small slice deep, and then they didn't really have to worry about the others because they could say, Ken, I know you trained us on this thing. Can you take me back through this
Hell no.
so I can learn how to do that? So you only have to focus on a narrow window. You don't have to try and get that nimble mind of a Sarah Alabin, and know.
Oh, man, I tell you what, she makes it easy.
Well, she-
Bring it up, bring it up. Just
She
bring,
makes it easy because this is the way she learned and
Yeah.
grew up.
that's what
I've
she
done for
knows.
20 years.
Yeah. So
Well,
when you
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just saying, I can show you those templates that I made if that's helpful. I mean, I kind of prepared a just sort of, I totally understand and agree with the idea of each person kind of being responsible for a different section or different kind of folder of documents and understanding that, but there is just kind of like basic Google Drive things, like how to create a new document, how to upload something, how to download something, like that kind of thing. I think probably everyone could benefit from, but maybe doing that when more people are here would be best.
Yes.
I can quickly show the edge. So I
Holy moly.
guess to go back, I created this new organization that's a little simpler than what it was before. You'll probably have to move things around as you see fit, but this is kind of what I came up with for now. And then the admin folder. And then it has like agendas and summary notes and meeting recordings. And then what Ken has been talking about was I just recently made these agenda templates, which hopefully will help you make standardized template or standardized agendas for all the workshop sessions and board meetings. So it's just easier and they all look the same. So for the board meeting one, you can just open it,
Hopefully.
hopefully if it loads.
See, and then we just put our Zoom link in there.
Yeah, so
Meeting.
and I will figure this out tomorrow because we can have the same Zoom link for every single meeting. And that will
Yes.
just be a lot simpler. And then everything that's highlighted, you just change. But before you make any comments or changes to this one, I put instructions in this little comment here. So that you're not changing the template, you're just creating a copy of it and then making the individualized agenda. So to do that, you would just click on, and it's all here, so hopefully that is useful, but file, make
Just,
it,
just a minute. When you go down there and you put in action, you can write something in there. And then if you want to put another action, it just keeps going. It's amazing. It makes it simple for, see, yeah. It just keeps going and it changes on its own. We don't have to change it ourselves, so.
Sarah, do we have a subscription to Microsoft? Or is this just,
No, so the good thing.
what's the word, what's this document? Is this a Word document or,
This is Google Doc. So,
okay,
so,
Kind of like Word.
yeah.
so we don't have to have an annual subscription to Microsoft.
No,
This is just Google Docs,
Right.
yeah, that's
word
the great thing
processing
about
protocol.
Google Drive is that, first of all, it's cloud storage, so you're not storing it on any individual person's computer, but you're just storing it like on the internet. And it's completely free for up to 15 gigabytes. So you can see in this here, this is my personal drive. So the actual NSSA folder is even less. If you ever run out of storage, it's like $2 a month to expand it. So it's not even that expensive. But that's the one benefit, is that it's free, completely free to use Google Drive. And you can share it across many different users, as you can tell, because all of you have access to this. And then as far as kind of Google Docs and slides and things, Google Docs, or Google basically has its own products that are analogous to Office products. So Google Docs is basically Word, Sheets is Excel, Slides is PowerPoint, and then Google Forms is like, if you wanted to have an online survey or something. So these documents are basically equivalent to what you're used to in Office. It's just the Google version of them. But as you can tell, because these little icons show what kind of document it is, like these are all PDFs, these are Word documents, and these are Google Docs. So you don't have to use the Office or the Google products. You can use Word and then just put it on Google Drive. If that makes
So
sense.
the PDFs that you've made of the agenda, are those just a save as option?
Yeah, so we
Okay,
can-
yeah, that's fine. That's all I needed to know. Okay.
yeah, you can file, download as a PDF or a Word document. So you can kind of
Okay.
move back and forth between having it on your computer and having it on the drive.
That's
Okay.
where I have trouble, is storing, is uploading whatever, the meeting and then storing it so people have access to it. That's where my problem is.
Drop and drag works really well. Or drag and drop.
Yeah.
I know, I just learned copy and paste from Sarah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so I mean,
Don't push it, don't push it.
a little at a time. Yeah, so you don't have to store anything on your own computer if you don't want to, as long as it's all here. Like, it doesn't need to be anywhere else. And then the other bit that might be useful for you, Ken, as you're kind of sending out agendas and things, is that because it's stored on the cloud or like the internet, you can use URLs, which are like the links up here, to send files. You don't have to send the actual file as an attachment. So the way that I made that like little click here thing, where it is on the work session. It ever loads.
We'll get there.
Yeah, so this little
I
link,
know.
this is just because instead of attaching that other Google Doc, I just took this link at the top of the screen and just copied that, Control-C, and then I just linked that to the text instead of actually
Yeah,
like,
but
attaching the document like you would in an email.
we're not going to keep up with the minutes. The summary notes that you do on our work sessions as well as you do. We're not going to keep up with it. And it's.
But you have the recordings, right? So
Yeah,
you're
but
just gonna link the recording.
Click on there, click on, yeah.
So Ken, are they recorded on Friday? Is that something I can go back through and listen to? And
Yes, they're already.
okay,
This is what Sarah does. As we are having our meeting, our work session, this is what she does.
that is awesome.
I mean, it's great. And then yeah.
The benefit of Google Docs is that anyone can work on this document at the same time, so we can all see as notes are being taken.
So Sarah, can I relate it to like working in teams then? Kind of the same concept?
Yeah, well, like on a Teams meeting, or what do you mean?
Yeah, on a Teams meeting or a Teams drive?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very, Yeah. Just that.
Okay,
It's basically a Word document, but everyone can be in on it at the same time because it's on the internet instead of on someone's hard drive, like on their physical computer. And then this specific document is associated with this particular link here. So if I go put that in like an email draft or something, which I have one open, if I just paste that link there, then anyone who uses this link will be able to just go to that document. Does that make sense?
So
makes perfect sense. I understand that now.
that makes sense. So who's gonna own those documents with the new structure? So who's gonna own that? Is Janet gonna own it, or where's this Google Doc account? Who's gonna own this Google Docs account?
No, it's on the drive, so any of you can access it. It's just on, like, so if you go to the main drive,
Mhm.
admin, and it's just right here. I mean, I can even put it in the agendas folder, so that's clearer, but any of you can just click on this and then type in it same way that I can.
Okay, so Janet,
Mm-hmm,
as secretary of the public records,
mm-hmm.
how do we navigate this?
You're asking me?
Well, I think it's something that we need to consider. It's like,
Yeah,
you
well, there's,
know, you can't just, I mean, any one of us can't just go in and change documents. That's like,
yeah,
that's not the way it's supposed to work. So
no,
how do
that's
we
correct.
assign rights to, to view or to edit? I mean, how do we assign those rights? We need to develop that protocol.
Okay, so a question I have for Sarah. Sarah, does this have version tracking capabilities in it?
Yes, yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Version tracking, Brian, gives us a lot of control in that somebody goes in and changes it. We can actually restore a previous version of that document. So say
Right.
you do a report and I go in and edit it and take out a payment made to somebody. You'll be able to go back in and that side, you can't see me pointing, but I am pointing. That
Mhm.
side there, we can pull up that version of the document.
Okay, so the question is, the step previous is, can you actually go in and pull out that payment? Do you have access to do that?
So all the board members, and I think like Kelly and maybe Renata have actual editing access to this whole drive. Otherwise, if you were to take this link and send it to someone, they can only view it. They can't edit it.
Yeah,
So
so I see where Brian's going though.
I'm just saying, we just need a protocol. We just need to be able to say, everybody has viewer ability, and in specific context, you cannot edit unless, like, I wouldn't want people to go in and edit the treasurer's report. It's like,
The only one they should edit is,
and I'm sure
Okay.
Janet doesn't want people going in and editing the minutes.
right.
or
Well,
the
there's a couple,
recordings.
there's a
So-
couple different things we can do there. We can make those documents once they're final in the meeting. We can make them a PDF document, and that will be what will go in the permanent record. And then we can turn that Word document back into the template.
Basically lock it, and
Yep.
say. I just think, we just need to have those written down as far
Perfect.
as this
No,
is,
great idea.
this is what we need to do, because it would be easy. Even someone wants to be nefarious, right? They could go in and edit this and publish it, send it to a news organization and say, look, these are the last minutes from the NSSA. And we would say, time out, that's not accurate, but then the cat's out of the bag, it's-
Well, and the other thing is this particular document with like rolling minute Friday meeting
Mhm.
was intended for my original meetings with Danielle and Ken, where we were just talking about my projects, and that has turned into like those Friday meetings into a whole work session.
Big time.
Maybe, I mean, all the other meetings just have normal minutes that Janet takes and then uploads as like a separate document. So, and I think that would be more robust as far as not letting other people edit them.
Summary notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we could do the same thing here, Sarah. We could go ahead and PDF it. And then the next work session, we can just add to the Word document and then PDF with the same name and just continue to add.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I think
Janet.
as Ken was saying earlier, Sarah is quite good about live adjustment to this document. I mean, you can watch her as we're going through the agenda. She's typing in and making notes and keeping track of what our discussions are. And
Basically turning it into minutes, real time.
I'm not that
in
good.
essence, because we don't have, and Janet, you can correct me, in public meeting law, we're supposed to have explicit minutes for our work sessions. They're not, they're supposed to be.
Summary notes. We
We
use
can,
Robert's Rules of Order for a guideline only.
Robert's Rules of Order has nothing really to do with Oregon's public meeting rules.
To me,
summary notes work, especially the fact that we have these recorded.
Yeah, the recording
So
is the key.
That's the key. We have, if you have a audio or an audio video recording, just the summary notes, you know where to look or locate something in a meeting.
Are those recordings posted, Sarah?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm still
Or-
missing some of the most recent ones, but
Okay,
I think Janet has them and I can post them on YouTube whenever.
yeah, Janet
think-
has those done.
Yeah, you need to take a look at the last video I put over because it accidentally put everything over. And make sure you get what you need because I'm going to go in and fix that. The summary notes I have not put on there and won't until we get them approved at the next meeting.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So
So if I'm looking for that audio that says to show Stacy that we approved the emptying of the account at Mill City to be transferred to US Bank, where would I look on this page?
Well, and I specifically put that in the minutes too. So when we get that other 150, we can do that. So you'll actually have a paper copy too.
Okay,
yeah, so there's the summary notes and then the recordings, which will all be on YouTube as well. So that's probably the easiest way is to go to the North Santiam Sewer YouTube account and look for the meeting there.
okay.
Yeah, but for
Good.
now, Janet, is this what you're talking about? These ones you put on
Yes. So I think the only one we need
this one?
is that one, but I want you to double check it because I've never had the whole thing move over like that. So it kind of took me by surprise.
Okay, I will.
422 megabytes. That's a pretty good size file, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can't email those files, Brian.
No, I know. Yeah, that's a pretty good size file.
I tried one time.
And yeah, I guess if you continue storing all of the recordings here, the storage might start running out. It'd be a while, but I guess that's the only consideration as far as Google Drive storage, but it's fine for now.
And we've probably got 2 years, maybe.
And I did purchase a external drive to back all of this up also. So
Perfect. Keep
that
your
will,
receipt.
I did it, how many years ago, Ken? I don't have a receipt anymore.
Oh, no, I don't remember. Tony just texted me. He's on the East Coast. He got his wires crossed. He's working on the East Coast, so he ain't gonna be here.
He gets all the assignments.
What can we give him? Let me see.
No,
Do you want me to finish going over the agenda template?
yes,
Okay. So yeah, as I said before, let me clean this up a little bit. Under agendas, there's one for board meetings and one for work sessions. And both of them just have the instructions here. So before you make any edits, because you don't want to change the template, you want to like make a copy of it and then make changes. You can click on file, make a copy, and then I wrote here, you can still kind of see it, the format of the agenda, I don't know, agenda number 100.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay,
And then just keep it here because you want to keep it in the agenda folder, and then just click make a copy, and it'll open a brand new document with that title, but it looks the same. And so now, as long as this is the right title, now you're working on a new document and you can make all these changes and like add action. And then this is the document that you want to use to send out to people, which you can do by either, again, like using this link or file, download as a Word document or PDF.
PDF, that's all I know.
So where do you find the Zoom link ID?
So
No.
we're gonna work out tomorrow when we
Yeah.
make a new Zoom account for the NSSA.
Okay,
It'll be the same one for the meetings and work sessions, period.
Yeah, it'll be a lot easier.
And it won't confuse everybody. I'll wait till we're off recording.
So yeah, so
so
now
is
that
there
I-
is there a script for creating Zoom protocols? Do you have a template for that as well, as far as how to set up a Zoom meeting?
well, hopefully you only have to do it once and then you can just keep using that same link over and over again.
Okay,
I hope that,
Correct.
yes, yeah, right? Okay.
Yep, no, that's correct. I did that for our meetings here, and I've also done it for my husband's family meetings. It's set up indefinitely.
And I'll go over that with Ken tomorrow too. We can talk about that and make sure you know how to do it, but hopefully you just do it once and then never have to do it again.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
yeah, just to follow up, so I made this new agenda and now if I go back to the agendas folder, it'll just show up right there. So you don't have to,
Oh,
it's just in the whole.
we'll get rid of 100 because we're not there yet.
Eventually, in 2082, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's how to use the templates. And then there's the same one, an analogous one for work sessions. And I also put instructions there. So you can just do that.
Right on. Don't make it too easy on us. You have a bright future, Sarah.
Oh, thank you.
You
I
do.
should go into tech.
How's the video coming along?
It's almost there. I will definitely have it finished by the 13th, but I want to have it done by the 11th board meeting so I can show people and ask for any comments.
Okay.
Hopefully earlier than that, even, so I can workshop it with people. But
Well, everyone, anything else for Sarah? I'm disappointed that a few people didn't show up, but I can understand a couple of them.
and I can still do a little presentation. Like I have a more formalized, it's still informal, but a more formalized kind of walkthrough that I could even just like record myself giving it at some point and send out the video to everyone if we can't find a slot in the agenda later on, but I'm happy to do that at some other point. So more people are on board with this.
Then we would have it and we could review it over and over and over and over to learn. Quiet.
we are adults, Sarah. You will be able to leave us, and we should be able to fend for ourselves. We've made it this far.
You better not, yeah. What is it gonna take? Where you want to go and do what?
Is the meeting over? Do you want me to stop? the
No,
recording?
stop the recall. Okay. All right. Right now it is 6:37. The work session is over. And thank you, everybody.